Okay guys, so let's get started on this video. I would just like to point out the elephant in the room. I got a background finally. The background I had previously wasn't even like a good background, like it was just like the wall of my room. So yeah, I finally upgraded to this. I'm so happy. I think it looks so cute, totally my type of style. So yeah, we had to rearrange a whole lot in my room to get this background, but I'm happy about it and it looks good and the lighting's good, so I'm happy. Okay, so anyways, let's just go ahead and get right into this video. So today we're going to be reviewing the Fenty foundation, the Fenty Beauty Foundation by Rihanna. I also have the primer here, but I've already used the primer off camera. I bought it about over a month ago, like a month and a half ago, for my birthday. I went to the store and I intended on buying just the foundation, but they didn't have my shade. Well, they didn't have like any of the foundations. They were all sold out. So I ended up buying this primer. I figured it was time for me to try out something new, and why not try the primer? So I bought it, but I'll still be sharing my opinions on this. And but yeah, this is the big star of the show today. This is the Fenty primer by Rihanna. It's a Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. Let's see. And let's open her up. And I'm in the shade 290. So here she is. She's super cute, really nice. It feels heavy. It's kind of small. I mean, in my opinion, it's small, but I like the whole matte, soft velvet finish. It's nice. And you get 3.32 millimeters of product. Okay, so let's go ahead and so yeah, I took off the cap, just a plastic normal cap. Let me pump this on the back of my hand for you guys. Okay, and let's go ahead and rub her out a little bit. So it's very liquidy, I can already tell you that. Very liquidy. So one pump pretty much just covered my entire hand right here. And as you guys can see, it is like my shade. Like, it blends into my skin perfectly already, I can tell you that. Well, it blends into my hand perfectly. The real test is if it blends to my neck and if it blends perfectly with my neck. That's the ultimate test. Okay. So I think I should do one side like with my trusty Real Techniques foundation brush, and then one side with my also trusty Real Techniques beauty sponge. I don't ever apply makeup with beauty sponges, but just for the educational purposes of somebody that might be watching this video and does apply their foundation with a beauty blender, I'll do this side with my brush, and then this side with my beauty blender. And we'll see how it turns out. So I have to go wet my sponge real quick, and then I'll be right back so that we can begin the application process. Okay, so I just got back, wet my sponge, so let's go ahead and start priming. I'll be using the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna primer. I've already used this primer and I like it. It goes very well with my Wet n Wild foundation that I like to use, like you guys already know. So the one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of with this primer is the smell. Like, it smells like an old lady candle. Does that make sense? I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of the smell. But it is pretty thick. It feels a bit liquidy when you pump it on your hand, but it is pretty thick. And you also get 32 millimeters or 1.8 fluid ounces of product in here. So just the same amount as the foundation. And then the more you blend it out, the thicker it starts to feel. So it's already feeling thick on my hand. And then is it dry? I guess you could say it dries down to just like a soft, like matte finish. Kind of like what the foundation says. Yeah, it doesn't feel tacky, like my skin isn't tacky. Nope. Yeah, just the one thing I'm not such a huge fan of is the smell. And I personally feel like I have to use a lot of this primer. I don't know, maybe it's because I have a big face. I don't know. I just personally think I have to use a lot of this primer to get it really well, like all of like to get it really distributed all over my face. Okay, so I have that down. Okay, and now I like to mix it with my NYX Angel Veil primer. I just take a little bit on my fingers, and then I just put it on the areas where my pores are just huge. So let's go ahead and start with applying the foundation. First I'm gonna go ahead and use my my Real Techniques brush, or is that right? Did I say that right? So I'm gonna start off with one pump. I already have it on my finger, and then I'm gonna spread that little pump around, just dotting my face. Alright, so I did like a pump and a half just now. So I'm gonna start off with just that and see how the coverage is with just that one pump. So I'm going in with my brush in circular motions. Okay, so this foundation is really liquidy. Like really liquidy. Okay, it's easy to blend out though. And as far as the color, it's a good match, guys. Wow. This is a really good match. This is the shade 290, and let me see, hold on. Okay, I'm on the Sephora website right now. I know, guys, my phone is fucked up. Okay, but I'm on the Sephora website looking at this foundation, and the shade that I got is 290, and it's described as for medium to tan skin with neutral olive undertones. I'm very olive, guys. It's like almost not even an undertone. I'm just straight up olive. Olive with a little bit of yellow, but mostly olive. So it's really hard for me to find foundations that like have olive undertones. So I was really happy when I read the description for 290, and then when I was matched to 290, because I went to the store and actually bought it, and then I got matched by somebody at Sephora. So yeah, I was really happy, and now I'm even more happy because it literally it matches perfectly with my neck. Okay, so that foundation dries down really quick, I will say that. I like it so far. So I used a pump and a half, and it did cover up pretty well, if you guys can see. You guys know I have like a lot of acne and scars. Well, right now I'm not really breaking out too bad, but I definitely have scars, and it did cover them up pretty well. I still see I kind of have like little small acne right now, not too crazy, and I can still kind of see them, but as far as like my decoloration and my redness and the scars, it covered everything up pretty well. I haven't gotten to my forehead yet. It's not settling into my like nose, because foundations tend to do that for me. They settle into like right here, into my nose, and they also settle into like the cracks like right here, like the wrinkles of my lips, like on right here, and it's not doing that either. But the real ultimate test of where it settles is my smile lines. Guys, I have the worst smile lines in the entire world. It doesn't matter what foundation I use, for how long I let the setting powder bake on my smile lines. Like, I have the craziest smile lines. Like, at the end of the day, like, my foundation will be creasing like crazy into my smile lines. It's my biggest pet peeve. I hate it. So that's like the ultimate test for me, is if it creases into my smile lines. I can already tell you I'm gonna need a lot more pumps when I'm using the beauty sponge, because the beauty sponge soaks up a lot of your product. So yeah, I can already tell you I'm gonna need more product. So I'm gonna go ahead and start blending it out with my sponge. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is just with one pump of the foundation with the beauty blender, with the beauty sponge. It doesn't give me as much coverage as my brush did, using my brush. It did soak up a lot of the product, so I'm gonna have to go in with another pump to really get that coverage, because I can still see some scars and some redness coming through with using my sponge. Okay, so the foundation has been applied and this is my skin now. It did cover up pretty well. I did notice that, so I went in with the first pump, I blended it out, whatever, on my brush side, on this side, and the first time I went in, I told you guys, it gave me good coverage, but I still wanted even more coverage. So I went in with like another pump and a half, or half pump. And I mostly concentrated that half pump on like this area. This is where I wanted like the most coverage. And so I blended it out, and I did notice that it was very evident in my eyes that this side where I put the half pump was very like full cover. This, like, the lower part of my face here didn't look as full coverage. It was just like a very evident divide between the very full coverage, not super full coverage, but the very good coverage, and then the medium semi coverage. With this side, my beauty sponge side, it did soak up a lot of my foundation, so that's why I had to go in with even more foundation. The forehead area, well, in my case, 5-head area, covered pretty well, pretty easily. I really don't have much that needs to be covered up here. I don't have acne or like scars up in my forehead, so that was pretty easy to cover. The chin area covered pretty well, and it blended down to my neck pretty well as well, pretty easily as well. So yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks really good, actually. Like, it goes really well with the primer. I can definitely see that. I don't have any pores showing, which is good. I have all my acne and my scars covered, which is also very good. I'm very happy about that. And yeah, it looks really, really good. It looks matte. For sure, this is a matte foundation. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some concealer on camera to see if like anything funny happened. Okay guys, so I blended out my concealer. It looks good, my skin looks good, my foundation looks good. The concealer and the foundation worked beautifully together. I'm happy about it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my Coty Airspun powder. My under eyes are looking bomb right now. Hell yeah. Just generally, like in general, you guys, my makeup is looking really good. Like, I'm already loving my makeup, and I'm not even done. Like, this foundation, I'm already loving it. For real, for real. I actually have a few friends that have bought this foundation and used it, and they didn't like it. So I was a little like worried I wouldn't like it. but I don't know, like for me so far it's doing good. It's looking good. It's, I don't know, for me I think I like it so far. Okay. Okay, so the under eyes are set, and I'm gonna go in with another Real Techniques brush. This is the same one that I use for my foundation, but this is a different one, and it's clean, and I use it for my powder. And today for powder, I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera, and then I'll be right back so I can do my bronzer, my blush, and my highlighter on camera for you guys, and then I'll start doing a little mini review, mini vlog, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what this video turns into, but yeah, I'll be right back, and then we'll finish off the rest of the face together. Okay guys, so I finished off my brows. My brows actually didn't even take me that long to do today, surprisingly. No complaints though. But yeah, so let's go back to the face. So far it's looking pretty good. It took me about 10 minutes to do my eyebrows. So within those 10 minutes, the powders and the concealer and all that had a lot more time to like settle in and like blend together, and the heat of my face and all that stuff. And so far it's looking pretty good. There's no creasing on my smile lines. Not really that much creasing going on the side of my mouth. It's not looking powdery or cakey. Everything's looking good. No complaints. Good so far. So let's go ahead and start bronzing. And for today for bronzer, I'm going to use my butter bronzer. My Physicians Formula butter bronzer. Okay, so I just finished bronzing up a bit. And now I'm going to go in with my ABH contour kit on my Revlon brush that to this day, no idea what it's called, but I use it to bronze. I'm going to be taking this shade right here called Havana, and I'm just going to use it to blend out the butter bronzer. Okay, so we just bronzed, so now I'm going to go in with my Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. Ever since I got this highlighter, I've been deeply in love, and I honestly don't really even use any other highlighters. This highlighter is so blinding. It doesn't emphasize my texture. It looks like freaking glass on my skin, and I'm so in love with it. If you guys ever get the chance to get this highlighter, I highly suggest, recommend you do. It's so good. I'm so in love with it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with blush, and I'm going to be taking this Ofra blush that I got from an Ipsy bag, and it's called Rendezvous. I don't know, you guys can read it right there. Okay, so it's called Rendezvous, as you guys can see right there. I don't know how to say that word. So yeah, if you guys like the blush, you should go check it out. I personally like this blush. You guys hear my stomach? A bitch is hungry. All the products look very like well and just really good on top of the foundation. I'm really happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes off camera, do my hair, get ready, you know, all that off camera, and then I'll be right back, and we'll see how the makeup's holding up after I do all that. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm in my car now. I have to go to work. I intended on actually like doing my hair. Ugh, this freaking hair. So I intended on actually doing my hair, but I ran out of time. So there was no time. So I just put it up in a bun. But yeah, this was the final look that I decided to do, something like pretty simple, whatever. So the foundation looks pretty good. No complaints so far. It's my color. I feel good. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't look crusty. it looks good. I finished off the entire look with some setting spray, my Milani, what's it called? My Milani Make It Last. I think it's called Make It Last. Yeah, my Milani Make It Last setting spray. And yeah, that's all I've done so far. After the, well, I have to go to work now, so I'll try to keep you guys updated while I'm at work. I am filming on my phone now, so yeah, so professional, right? Right. Okay guys, so I'll check in a few more hours while I'm at work or whatever, and I'll let you guys know how it's looking. Bye. Okay guys, so this is my second check-in. It's already 5. It's 5:10 I think. So it's been 5 hours of me having this foundation on. I'm in the bathroom right now. I had to just come real quick so I can do a check-in while I'm at work. So yeah, the foundation is doing good. It still looks like my neck, like my skin color. The bronzer looks good. The concealer looks good. Nothing's creasing, and I am so surprised that I don't have smile lines. Usually about an hour and a half of having a foundation on, it'll start to crease on my smile lines, and that hasn't happened. So there's no creasing on my smile lines. And I haven't done any touch-ups, guys. I haven't had time to do any touch-ups. I've been busy at work and stuff, so I haven't had time for that. So yeah, and I'm not getting oily. Nothing is settled. The foundation isn't settling into my fine lines, into my nose, into my crease, nothing under my eyes. Everything is like looking really, really good. So yeah, I am super happy with the way my foundation looks right now. So yeah, that's my second check-in for tonight. I'll be checking in a few more hours to let you guys know the final verdict. Is my next check-in gonna be the final verdict? I don't know, but yeah, so far so good. I'll be back in a few hours to check in with you guys. Okay guys, so now I'm home. I had a long, stressful day at work that required a long pause, guys. But yeah, I had a super long day at work. So happy to be home. So yeah, so this foundation did really good. It is now, where's my phone? It is now 9 o'clock on the dot. I don't know if you guys can see my phone, but it is 9 o'clock on the dot. And I've had this on for 9 hours because I started my makeup at 12. And it did really good. I do not have smile lines. My lipstick is a mess. I wasn't kissing anybody. It's just I was eating. But yeah. I don't have any smile lines. It didn't crease into my nose and to the sides of my mouth right here. I didn't crease my forehead, under my eyes. It didn't do any funny business when it came to like the concealer and the bronzer and all that. It stayed on really, really well. It held up really good during the day. I got a few compliments today about my face, so that's rare for me. Like I get compliments about like my lipstick or like my eyebrows or my eyeshadow, whatever. Like, I get compliments about that, but not like my actual face. Somebody today said I look like I was glowing, and usually I would think like, oh, like my highlighter or whatever, but no, like my skin actually looks like it's glowing from like within, like it's not just my highlighter. So yeah, somebody said my skin looked really healthy and like it looked like I was glowing. Somebody said my skin looked really smooth and soft. So yeah, that's my update for you guys. I am in love with this foundation. I'm gonna be for sure using it more often in the future. So if you guys like this video, if you guys like me doing reviews, even though I felt like this review is a mess. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment, and yeah, and I will be seeing you guys on my next video. Bye.